Hello, thanks for joining me today in the Jimmy Jam Oracle. And welcome to this tarot card reading for Amberlynn Reid. And today we're going to do a series of 3 card reads just to get some quick answers, maybe explore those answers in depth with the cards. And remember, we welcome the spirits. We thank them for joining us today. Just like I welcome and thank you for joining me today. All right, so shuffling the cards, and we're thinking about Amber. We're focusing our energy on her now to help the spirits out. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Let's see what the spirits will have to say. For our first question, I know there's speculation that Amber had someone in her apartment the other day where, when we heard the weird noise. Maybe the spirits can shed some light on that. Or if they have any other tea, we would like to know. All right, so let's get started. First card, the Sun, but it's reversed. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups. All right, so it's the Sun. The Sun is always a happy little card. But it does reverse. It's negativity, depression, and sadness. Okay. So it is in the past position. So perhaps this is referring to Amber's mental health. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. See what's going on. We have the 10 of Pentacles. It is right side up. It says legacy, inheritance. What? Sort of like receiving something, right? And it's like financial. An inheritance? No. Well, Beck's inheritance, probably, but that's not in the present position. That is in the past. They're definitely like she's being given something here recently. Oh, I wonder if it's the cat. Is it Romeo? Because it does, like, when it talks about inheritance and legacy, it's referring to something that's being passed, like, from parent to child. And, her mom being with, but I think she does refer to him as her stepdad. And I think he was the one with the kittens, I think. Or someone on his side of the family. I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But that could be the legacy, perhaps. Perhaps that's the inheritance. We move on to the 6 of Cups. Let's see what that has to say. It is reversed. It says moving forward, leaving home, and independence. Oh, we're talking about leaving home? And it's also talking about moving forward. So could it be like moving forward with a relationship? Although it is weird to like start with or like end with. It is in the future. Like because every time Amber gets a girlfriend, either the girlfriend moves in with her or she goes and moves in with them. So it is talking about moving. It's talking about movement. And movement is very big with Amber because it's very difficult for her. All right. So we're talking about like the 10 of Pentacles, this inheritance. This is the one that really gets me. It's in the present position. So let's ask spirits, what does the 10 of Pentacles mean for Amber presently? Oh, I did have a jumper. I don't know if it was right side up or reverse, but let's just read it. Right side up says 4 of Rods. It's never where I want it to be, huh? There we go. Community, home, and celebration. Community. So we're talking about home again. Community, home, celebration. And it also, when it talks about home and community, I think of family. And again, we have this inheritance, which is, it's implying family, the legacy. So again, like something being passed down to her. And I mean, it could be like emotionally, it could be perhaps her mental health issues, the depression, the sadness, and the reversed sun. And maybe that's what's being passed down. But it seems like the spirits want to drive in, like, yeah, there's something going on with the family. But let's continue the shuffle. Continue with the questions. Spirits, remember the 10 of Pentacles, please, if you don't mind. Can you tell us what they mean? Oh, and I have 2 more jumpers. Why not? First one seemed to do very well. We have the 9 of Rods. Okay. It says resilience, grit, and last to stand. So taking a stand? Huh. Then we have the Knight of Swords, who is reversed. And it says no direction, disregard for consequences, and unpredictability. Yeah, that could be Amber as well. The disregard for consequences, definitely, and the no direction. I wonder if that has something to do with the movement in this card. When it's talking about movement, it's saying, like, you know, she's pretty much throwing caution to the wind, but she's making her stand. Like, she's going to hold her ground on that decision. Well, thank you, spirits, but I'm still wondering about this 10 of Pentacles. Why are we avoiding the 10 of Pentacles, spirits? I'm kidding. I'm sure they have their reasons. But let's try one more time. Let's try to do 3 cards, see if they can let us know what's going on. Ooh, we have Death. It's reversed, though. The 2 of Swords and the Moon. I know the Moon is illusion, but let's check Death reversed. I believe it's the fear of change, but let's... Yep, fear of change, holding on, stagnation, and decay. Okay. Fear of change and holding on. Maybe it is trying to imply, like, there's an emotional kind of legacy versus, like, you know, when I was trying to say Romeo. And I think Amber has admitted that there's parts of her family's personality that she does possess, or she's afraid of, like the addictive personality of her family. Let's move on to the 2 of Swords. Maybe the 2 of Swords can shed some light on the situation. It is reversed. It says lesser of 2 evils, no right choice, and confusion. All right, so it seems like there's confusion going on. It does talk about the lesser of 2 evils. Maybe in Amber's case, it is talking about, like, that emotional legacy. Her parents, like, addictive behaviors and stuff. The lesser of 2 evils, I think, would be, okay, addicted to food or addicted to other substances that are bad. You know, for Amber's view of the situation, she could see it as, like, well, this is the lesser of 2 evils. And then we move on to the Moon. Like I said, it is right side up, so it's probably illusion or dreams. But let's double check. Yep, illusion, intuition, and unconsciousness. So it's the subconscious is pretty much what it's trying to say. Which actually would confirm, like, yeah, the legacy that I think she's afraid of. Like, that's definitely affecting her right now in her current state. So there's something, maybe an addiction. It does say depression and sadness in the first card with the Sun. Maybe it's that kind of emotional inheritance, like that. You know, like, depression very well can run in her family, stuff like that. Very interesting. Was there another card I wanted to look at? Now I can't remember. Was it the 6? Yes, it was the 6 of Cups. The movement one we keep referring to. I'm going to ask the spirits, can you tell us more about the 6 of Cups? What is the motivation for this move? This movement. Let's see. We have the Three of Rods. I don't know if I've ever gotten Three of Rods before. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Rods. Lots of rods today. Lots of rods. So we're going to do, go to rods. All right. So we have three of rods. It's upright. It says looking ahead, expansion, rapid growth. Okay. So it seems like whatever this change, this movement is going to be fast. And it's also something that she has been planning on, the looking ahead. We move on to the Queen of Pentacles. She is reversed. I know right side up, she means like creature comforts and prosperity, but let's see what she means. Reverse is self-centeredness, jealousy, and smothering. Okay, so whenever smothering comes into the picture for Amber, it's definitely like relationship vibes. I really do. I do believe she's possessive and smothering. We've gotten those reads before for her, relationship-wise. Also talking about jealousy, I do believe Amber gets very jealous with relationships as well. And we all know that Amber is self-centered. So this card is not surprising at all for her, and it kind of really drives in the fact that whatever this movement is, it is involving potentially a love interest of some sort. And we move on to the Seven of Rods. Just give me a moment to find that. Here we go. And it is reversed, and it says give up, destroyed confidence, and overwhelmed. Okay, so whatever this move is, she's going to be overwhelmed by it. It seems like. It says destroyed confidence as well. For some reason, that's really sticking out to me. The destroyed confidence. Like, what about moving somebody in would destroy their confidence? Like, confidence on camera? Like, maybe, because it does say, like, I've had reads before where she's trying to, like, there's some negotiation going on in the background. Like, I don't know if the love interest is trying to stay hidden, or if Amber's wanting the relationship to stay hidden, or at least off camera for now. But definitely, like, there's something going on in the background, and it has something to do with Amber bringing somebody onto the channel, a new character. And I keep getting those reads. So, Spirits, can you explain the Seven of Rods to us in Amber's read? Let's see. Oh, we have the Lovers. Knew it. Page of Rods. Ace of Cups. Alright, so I think the Lovers pretty much speak for themselves, but we'll read it out anyway. It says partnerships, duality, union. Of course. And we have the Page of Rods, which I believe that's like an announcement. But let's read it anyway. Test my memory. Exploration, excitement, and freedom. But yeah, like definitely, like, there's a message to be said. If you look at the picture, you see the page. It looks like they're calling out, they're yelling out. It does give the energy of like someone wanting to yell from the rooftops, like, hey, I'm in this relationship, like an excitement. We move on to the Ace of Cups. It is upright. It says new feelings, spirituality, and intuition. Okay, the new feelings. Okay, so it seems like, I don't honestly think the relationship is new. The new feelings very well could be the jealousy. Maybe the destroyed confidence. Like, definitely, like, Amber's feeling tripped up by the relationship. And I don't know if it's because maybe this person, I don't know, like, they've challenged her in some way. But I do believe there is like this weird energy with the relationship. And it's not exactly being explained in these cards. So let's ask my other deck. What's the tea? All right, spirits. When it comes to Amber and her love life, what is the tea? Oh. Okay, well, this one jumped out. Oh, crap. And it flew halfway across the table. This one jumped out. It says caught a case. It says sexual infection, sexual disease, rash, etc. It is talking about... Oh, for some reason it's talking about sex. It doesn't have to. It could be illness. Because it says rash. I don't know. Don't know what that... Alright, so let's... Caught a case. Caught a case of what? Alright, spirits, anything to tell us about what's the key of Amber's relationship, please? Okay, let's see what we have. Let's put this one off to the side because I'm not 100% sure what that means. We see unbothered. Okay, so someone's unbothered. Ooh, bad karma. Which I think I got a karma card the last time I got blocking. Yeah, like the blocking, like I said before, like whenever I read for Amber's relationship, there is this like, you know, someone wants to talk about the relationship. Somebody wants to talk about it. Someone wants it on camera, but the other person does not. Like whether it's Amber who wants it or doesn't, like I don't know. I don't know who's who in that situation. But I do believe it does come off as cock blocking to somebody because someone really wants to get on camera. And we're talking about bad karma. Like who has the bad karma? Because karma came up in the last read as well when I use these cards. And again, someone's unbothered. So someone unbothered. Probably unbothered by this. Like, you know, they want what they want and then that's it. You know, they're not bothered that, you know, maybe Amber's confidence is just, you know, it's taking a tumble a little bit because I do believe Amber is one of those women that, like, they need a relationship to feel validated. And, like, not, you know, if other people see her not in a relationship, like, I think it does shake her confidence. Because, like I said, like, a part of that, like, validation is, like, oh, I'm in a relationship. Somebody wants me. Somebody finds me attractive. And that's not so much for them, like, at face value. Amber wants someone on her arm to show the world, like, hey, this, you know, somebody finds me attractive. Somebody loves me. You know, and that's something she wants to show people. So she might be the one... She might be the Page of Rods in this case. Wanting to be like, hey, look at this woman that I got. You know, I got her. She got me. You know, I'm wanted. I'm attractive to somebody. I really think that's what she wants. But the other person is unbothered by this. The bad karma, I'm not sure. Even like the caught a case. Caught a case of what? I don't know. That card did fall out, and I don't really put a lot of stock in my fallouts. Let's ask the what's the tea cards one more time. Anything else, spirits? Anything else about Amber, relationship or otherwise? Anything we need to keep an eye out for? Let's see. Scarcity tactics. Bankrupt. Oh, 2 financial ones. The third one is ain't shit. Okay, so it seems like, could Amber be having like some financial issues? Because it's talking about scarcity, it's talking about bankruptcy, and somebody ain't shit. Or this could be the partner. Maybe the partner is the one that's financially strapped. And they ain't shit. You know? No, well, if they're unbothered, like they might see like this bankruptcy of theirs, the scarcity of theirs, that it ain't shit. It don't matter. You know? I'll find a way. Maybe it's like that kind of a personality. I don't know. We'll have to keep our eyes open for that. That being said, thank you for joining me today. Remember to thank the spirits as well for helping us out. And I hope you have a great day.